Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the 5 players who are likely to leave FC Barcelona in this coming summer. We are going to go based off just how many minutes these players have received in the previous season, and we're also going to go based off just who Barcelona are looking for within the transfer market, because of course, if Barcelona are looking for a specific right winger, there is probably a right winger within this Barcelona squad that could be leaving very soon. And so I do believe that it is a right time to talk about this, because the only thing that we have been doing in the past like 3 to 4 weeks is talk about the arrivals, but we rarely do focus on the potential departures. And so let's talk about it, right? And before we go into any of this, if you guys do want to see exactly what transfers are going to be happening within Barcelona, and just seen from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most likely of them leaving or arriving and 1 being the least likely of them leaving or arriving, those type of ranks are going to be within the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app does follow every transfer rumor that does go on, and it also does cover anything regarding your favorite player, your favorite team. If you do want to see some match coverage or just anything in general in the world of football, you can so by scanning the QR code that you do see here on the screen. It'll take you straight to the App Store. Then you can download the OneFootball app, set exactly who you do want to follow, and then you'll be set and done from there. It's a very easy process. There's also going to be a link that will be provided down below, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. But now let's get back into the video and let's talk about player number 1, and that is going to be Riqui Puig. Now, Riqui Puig is a very delicate and unique case, because we rarely did see Riqui Puig in the previous season, and when he did have those minutes, he really did make those minutes count. And I'm going to be very honest, Riqui Puig is a great player. He showed that he is very hyperactive. He showed that he is always available 90% of the time on the pitch. He even scored once he was given those few amount of minutes in the previous season under Xavi Hernandez. So what else could Riqui Puig be doing wrong? And so here's the thing, right? Riqui Puig does have great work ethic, but I don't think, right, it is at the same level of Pedri or Gavi, but he still has a tremendous amount of work ethic. But what he really does lack within his game, it is his inability to problem solve in certain situations. Because for example, Pedri, every time he's being marked by 2 different players, he always finds a way to get out. When we talk about Gavi, when he is running with the ball and we see a player try to outbody him, Gavi knows exactly how to protect the ball in order for them not to lose possession. Gavi is someone who always and forever maintains the ball. He always looks for the best solution, and every time Pedri or Gavi do make a choice on the field, it is always the correct decision. So that is why we do see Barcelona not hurting every time we see Gavi and Pedri on the field together, is because they rarely do make mistakes, and even when they do make up for it extremely quick. But when it comes to Riqui Puig, right, we do see Riqui Puig at times do make some mistakes, right? He does make a misplaced pass. Sometimes he does arrive extremely late on a certain play. And so in general, we see Puig make way more mistakes than players like Pedri or Gavi. And I know that many of you guys are going to be saying, but Kevin, no, you're wrong. Riqui Puig is a tremendous player. Everybody makes mistakes. It's completely normal. Well, here's the thing, right? When we compare Riqui Puig to Pedri and Gavi, why is Puig making more mistakes at the age of 23 years old? And most importantly, you have been here and played at the first team since 2018. How are you going to let someone like Pedri and Gavi, who has not even been here for 2 years, outclass you in that way? So it just really tells you that Xavi is preferring Pedri and Gavi. Why would he not bet on these 2 youngsters who are already outperforming many La Masia players within the midfield? So now let's move on towards player number 2, and let's talk about Mingueza. And this is going to be another player where I would say he does okay, right? Just like Riqui Puig, but Barcelona can always find better. When we talk about Barcelona's defensive line, they need world-class center backs who can put out tremendous displays. And Barcelona are very serious when it comes to this defensive line. If they want to be serious, right, you have to reinforce the defense. Right now, Barcelona is looking for a center back who is very good on the ball and at the same time has the experience on delivering in those high-stake moments. There has been games and times where Mingueza has produced disaster classes, which has been very unfortunate. So when we talk about Gerard Piqué, Piqué does have those type of tendencies, those skill sets. He does have the ability to be very good on the ball and has that experience. When we talk about Araujo, he does have that experience on knowing what it's like to play in high-level football and deliver, but he's not necessarily the best center back we have in terms of being very good on the ball. Eric Garcia is the opposite. He's very good on the ball, but he cannot, and he has not yet shown that he can deliver very great performances consistently in high-level moments. So this is why Xavi Hernandez is looking for room. He wants to make room. He wants to look for players like Koundé who can do both. He wants to look at someone like Koulibaly who can also do both. And so it's very unfortunate, right? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to Puig and Mingueza, I'm a big fan of these players. I want to see them succeed. These players have had good moments, and especially with Mingueza. Mingueza had good moments with Ronald Koeman. But now seeing this system under Xavi Hernandez, the defensive line is being asked to be more technical on the ball. And that is what's going to make a huge difference for Minguesa's future. Now moving on towards player number 3, and that is going to be Samuel Umtiti. Now I'm not going to give you guys a huge explanation when it comes to Umtiti. I think that we have talked about everything when it comes to Umtiti. Everything that I basically said about Minguesa is going to be applied towards this player here. Like, even if Barcelona wanted to use this player, Barcelona can't even do that because he's physically not able to cope with the amount of intensity Xavi Hernandez is asking for. Like, his ability to shift his body to make it pass, his ability to make a run into the middle of the pitch. Umtiti can no longer do that. And Umtiti has not even been used since like that summer of 2019. So I'm not here to disrespect Umtiti. He has done good deeds for this club, like for example reduce his salary in the short term, but it is time to move on. And the only problem that Barcelona has right now is who is going to buy Umtiti. We have heard talks about Roma or maybe even Galatasaray, but as of now there is no clear buyer. But Umtiti will be a player that will exit Barcelona in the coming summer. Moving on towards player number 4, and that is going to be Martin Braithwaite. Now I have nothing but respect for Martin Braithwaite because he came into this club at a very tough moment and he delivered. He scored a few goals, and also he is standing strong currently at this very moment, and he is saying that he does want to stay. And that is what makes it so funny, right? Is that he does say towards the media that he feels like he is at home at Barcelona and that he wants to continue and that he believes he can give more, which I have massive respect for. And he has even put pressure on Barcelona and Xavi Hernandez, and he basically said, at Denmark I have received more minutes so far within these past few days than I have received in the previous season with FC Barcelona. But here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not trying to make things too awkward. I hope that Martin Braithwaite does not hear this, but to be honest, bro, like when it comes to Denmark and Barcelona, it's different. You're in a very different situation. Like, you're not competing against Aubameyang right now. You're not competing against Ansu or Memphis or Lewandowski potentially. Again, I respect the attitude. I respect Martin Braithwaite's warrior mentality, but in the end, he has overstayed his welcome. It is so clear that Xavi Hernandez wants to rely on Lewandowski, Aubameyang, and Ansu Fati within that striker position. So the only club right now that is looking at Martin Braithwaite, it is Brentford, and it has always felt destined, right, that Martin Braithwaite is going to go to the Premier League, because the only thing that we have been seeing in the past couple of months is Premier League clubs eyeing Martin Braithwaite's situation. And now lastly, I do want to speak about the last player, and this is going to be surprising so many people, but I'm going to be saying it. Player number 5, it is going to be Adama Traoré. Now I'm only going to go based off what Barcelona has been doing in this transfer window, and that's basically it. Because when we talk about Adama Traoré and him receiving those minutes in the season that we have just finished, it does seem like Barcelona are planning with Adama. Like, he does show a difference within that front three. But just because we have seen Barcelona looking at so many right wingers in the past couple of weeks, it just makes me feel like Adama Traoré does not have a future with this club. And I don't even think that Barcelona are going to be interested in paying 35 million euros for this player. Like, we have Ferran Torres who can play as a right winger. Xavi understands that. Xavi understands that Abde is going to be coming here with a lot of enthusiasm. He understands that Collado is also going to want to come over here and prove a point. And then we haven't even begun what Barcelona is trying to do to really reinforce that right wing position. Like, for example, they're looking at Di Maria, they're looking at Rafinha, they want to renew Dembele. So all these options, right? And the fact that Barcelona also have 3 wingers that Barcelona are looking at to be that starter, I just do not see Adama Traoré having that future. And so again, in the end, this is going to be my conclusion. This is not a video for me to say that, okay, this player sucks, this player has no level. All of these players have great, tremendous level, and I want to see all of these players succeed. When it comes to Adama Traoré, Braithwaite, Umtiti, Minguesa, Riqui Puig. But Barcelona at this very moment, they are becoming a club where they need to have higher standards, and they know that. And I know that does sound extremely, like, I would say arrogant in a way, but Barcelona have to go down in that path. They have to do this. They have to say, okay, look, we cannot continue to sign these average players. What Barcelona needs to be, like how they used to be, is sign the best players in the world when they can, and also develop players into one of the best players in the world. That is what Barcelona is, and that is what they should be standing for. And so the first few steps for Barcelona to do that, if they want to go down in that route, is by letting go of these 5 players and move forward from there. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.